got that screen fatigue, nowhere to go. Scrolling feeds, the same old view, wishing for something fresh and new. Then a ping, a welcome sign. Rocket Wolf's going live tonight. Click the link, the channel loads. Time to share the daily loads. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light, with pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calming fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. Maybe gameplay sharp and fast, or just a chat that's built to last. He reads the comments, sees the names, ignites community flames. If someone's down or feeling lost, he counts the gain, ignores the cost, shares a story kind and true, words of wisdom shining through. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light, with pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calming fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. It's more than just watching a screen unfold. It's finding courage, brave and bold. He builds a space where folks connect, showing kindness and respect. Turns a dull night into fun, inspiring viewers one by one. With every stream he plays his part, putting encouragement in every heart. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light, with pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calming fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. So tune on in, don't delay. Let Rocket Wolf brighten up your day. Yeah, Rocket Wolf, keep shining on. Stream until the break of dawn, or whenever you sign on. Woo! Woo! The world outside feels gray and slow. Got that screen fatigue, nowhere to go. Scrolling feeds, the same old view, wishing for something fresh and new. Then a ping, a welcome sign. Rocket Wolf's going live tonight. Click the link, the channel loads. Time to share the daily loads. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light, with pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calm.
and a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone, wherever you're at in the world. We're live here in the Waffles studios from far north Queensland, Australia, the island continent. And welcome to a Waffles on Wednesday. It is still a Taco Tuesday in the UK, Europe, and Africa, Canada, USA, and Mexico. Hope everyone is doing well, and good morning, Mass Bandit. Thank you very much for the redeem for first in stream.
Good morning, Rocket. How are you today?
Oh, we're all good in the Down Under Hood. Got started a little late this morning, but otherwise not too bad. It is at 9:91 swatch time here for me and for you and for everybody in the world. It is the same time. Excuse me, got the coffee burps. Woohoo! Because I certainly needed a coffee. So anywhere you are in the world, it's the same time for everybody, which will help sync you up to when you want to watch your favorite streamer or have a meeting or start a stream and sync up with your friends. One clock for all, kind of like one ring for all. It's kind of a Hobbit thing. Anyway. We started out at a very nice temperature this morning. Right now, it is currently 69 degrees. And beautiful sky outside. Weather is quite fair, partly cloudy. Got a good bit of wind coming in, so those clouds are moving right along. Beautiful sunrise here. And it says 130 stream streak for Bandit. Good on ya. Way cool. Thank you very much for that support. And good evening, Mr. Hunter. How are you doing, mate?
Hey, Hunter.
I didn't even get a chance to look at the news yet this morning. I woke up so late and took so long to get rolled out of bed and moving about the house. I sat down and I saw an announcement for the Pizza House Simulator by the same company, and sadly, most of the graphics are copied from Rap House over to Pizza House. But, you know, look at that weather, 84 degrees in Toledo. That's not too horrible. Humidity looks somewhat low.
It's not bad, really, with the humidity down.
That's good. I hate that sticky feeling.
Nasty news from the USPS.
Uh-oh.
All overseas shipping, anything under a pound is going to cost the same price as if it were a pound.
Ah. So everything from 1 ounce to 1 pound is the same flat price.
Well, 15.99 ounces. They're stopping just shy.
Right.
So, yeah.
Wow.
That's going to possibly affect me.
Does that mean a letter
I ship
also?
A lot overseas that's only a couple of ounces.
Right. Yep, that'll affect a lot of people in the very same situation. That kind of sucks.
Starting July 12th.
Wow.
And they're making a bunch of other changes too that don't make as much sense to me in terms of explaining what they're doing.
That kind of begs a question because I haven't been up to date on it. What's the cost of a stamp these days?
I have no clue because I just use the forever stamps and I haven't bought stamps in forever.
That's what my sister does. She uses forever stamps too. But I imagine stamps are not cheap anymore.
Let me see if I can do a quick search.
Good song. What exactly, Hunter, is
82 cents.
Wow. Wow. 82 cents. Long gone are the days 25 cents for a stamp. What's broken,
I remember
Hunter?
cheaper than that.
Oh yeah, I remember all the way back to 10-cent stamps. I was pretty young. I never physically saw a 5-cent stamp, but I do remember seeing 10-cent stamps. Haven't sent any letters of... Yeah, I know, right? Email killed the postal letter. We don't even write letters anymore.
I do.
Oh no, the clutch. The clutch. That could be as... hopefully that's just as simple as a throwout bearing. Or the spring on the throwout bearing and clutch. Just is stretched out and no longer... Or maybe it's caught on something. Who knows? Oh, I hope that's an easy fix for you, Hunter.
I hope it ends up not being too expensive.
Yeah, no doubt.
I noticed my car making kind of a funny noise, and I don't think it's the brakes, but I'm noticing it when I'm slowing down, but it doesn't sound like it's brakes.
Oh, righto. Squeaks loud. Yes. Okay, so that sounds like the tensioning spring. Oh, I hope that's an easy fix. That would be so nice. But you know how garages are. They charge you a little bit to jack it up, get it off the ground, and then just take a look. Yeah, indeed. Well, the sink bearing, the sink gear, you'd notice right away if it's not... If it takes too long for... if it's hard to shift... The sink bearing is not engaging properly and it takes too long for it to sync up. That, again, could be the throwout bearing or the sink gear by itself. Yeah, hopefully it's just the clutch thing, which is an easy to reach and easy to fix mechanism. So hopefully the garage you go to keeps it nice and cheap for you, because, you know, any more these days, places you take your car to get repaired, they're going to charge you a flat fee just to touch your car, just to bring it in and occupy a bay. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for you. And hope that works out for you. Yeah, man. I used to do almost all of my own repairs. Of course, I built hot rods and what when I was younger. But there were just some things you had to take into a garage. I used to change brake pads all the time. Work on the transmission. Of course, I had a 4-speed manual Muncie transmission, easy to work on. But once I got into my 3-speed automatic for racing, that was a whole different story. I needed an actual transmission mechanic for that. Yeah, that's the thing. So I had an engine puller. I could do that. And 9 times out of 10, if I had some friends over to help me, I could pull the motor and transmission at the same time. But I could not drop the transmission all by itself. I didn't have the right equipment like you. I didn't have the proper lift for it. Or the catch for the transmission in the bell housing. Because you got to lift the car too far off the ground to get it, you know, including the bell housing. It was too much. Anyway, where were we? We were at the start of a new day, $4,600 in the bank. And I was having a little think about this last night. Just wondering, in a one-man operation, I'm just wondering if I can... The soup station is way too far away. Soup station is way too far away, but I was thinking, what can I do? How can I set up so that I can reach fries from the warmer? I know I can reach tickets, but I don't want to carry trays up here. This area seems like it would be too small. So the long side of the table is actually the easiest to work with. Can't move the donor stations, can't move the heater. So I was just trying to think of some way that would be... I don't know, easier to reach everything. So, table, prep table, grill, or heater, grill, drinks, but soup station is a long way away. This prep table could be used for making orders, but it's too far away from trays. Just trying to get a feel for what would be easier. Hmm. That might be easy enough to reach. Too bad I can't stack those. Just can't stack them. I guess it's about arranged as best as possible, really. Table can't move. This table can't move. Hmm. Hmm. Price can't move either. If I worked from here, Still got to bring it up to the front counter, though. This grill is the real bottleneck. Hmm. Yeah, I wish there was a better way to do that. It's just a big bottleneck right there. Did my hot sauce bottles stay? Yep, they stayed right where I put them. Six more left on the ketchup. We need a mayo. Okay. Okie dokie. We got onions and tomatoes, but let's just go through. We're gonna order a lettuce. And we're gonna order a cheese, a pickles, oil sleeves, fries, and wraps, doner, another cheddar, a mayo, and that looks like it. So we hit level 13. Oh, come on. Got it all. Mr. Zombie, how are you doing, mate?
Hey, zombie.
Oh, the carts, yeah. How cool is that, eh? Wondered what they were for. Shouldn't need to prep. Nah, shouldn't need to prep a cheese yet.
Food on the floor. Rocket, rocket.
I know, right? I'm so horrible at that. Just as long as I don't kick the pan or kick up any dirt, right? Oops.
Oh my goodness. That was 3 in a row.
Nothing quite like my boss telling me to help out the team and now being told that I'm too helpful and I should reach out to the team more rather than taking on the work myself. Proper delegation.
I had a boss like that.
Proper delegation.
I had a boss like that. Be more assertive. Be more of a leader.
And don't be afraid to delegate authority. Yeah, I know, and it's that double standard. So it's definitely a mood thing on the boss. You know, you can't do right if the mood is wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
7 daily tasks. Well, see, that's the thing. If the guys are not trained up, you end up having to do things yourself because competence is an issue. If you want things done right, you do it yourself. You end up doing it yourself. So there's always that issue. But then you have to designate or, you know, have some time to train the guys. Train them up. Hang on. You don't have to do that. Unpaid bills because invoices vanish once they go upstairs. They vanish. Ooh. That sounds like a possible embezzlement issue.
That sounds serious.
I'd probably want to distance myself from that. In an email from the payables account, it was stated that they've been doing payables with the company for 20 years, and this is the worst it's ever been. Oh, no. Yikes. Not a good feeling, zombie. Not to respond. Yeah, exactly. Oh. Get to cooking, Rocket. Nobody responds to purchasing requests. Do we have a prize underneath our seat, Zombie, for attending your TED Talk? Okie dokie. I do have these 5 beef kebabs. I'm just afraid that if I turn them on and I sell 5 of them, I'll get one more order afterwards that'll screw it all up. Yay, doggo.
The way it has to work.
I know, right? All right, I'm going to bank on the fact we're going to sell 20, 21 or 22. Oh, how long does it take for that? Doesn't take long, does it? Tell you what, when I'm serving the one before the last order, if there's more AIs in line and the store's not closed yet, then I'll fire it up. That should give me enough time. It only takes a few seconds to carve off full portions. I think that's what I'll do. Just in case we only hit 20 customers today. Again, like yesterday was Yesterday was 19, wasn't it? Let me know if you want to hop in, zombie, after you're done with dinner and whatnot. All right, we're ready. We are ready. And here they come. All right, ketchup and tomato, ticket 11. Fries and a drink. Yeah. Uh-oh. Exit the chat, please. Oh no, there we go. Couldn't exit the chat. All right, ticket 8. Cheese, tomato, mayo. And number 4. Cheddar and ketchup. Oops, not the whole tray, Rocket. And 14. Lettuce, tomato, pickles. With an orange drink. Number 15. Is just mayo. That's ketchup. Make sure you grab the right one, Rocket. All right, and that is a fry and a baklava. And number 12, tomato and cheese. With a fry. And a yogurt. And a snack. Very nice. Number 5. Number 5 is tomato, onion, and cheddar. Oop, with ketchup, And an orange drink and a baklava. Ready to go. 7. Now they're coming in 2 at a time. And 6. All right, 7 is pickles, onions, and cheese. Pickles, onions, and cheese with mayo. And a Sprite, a baklava, and fries. Good to go. Number 6, just cheddar. Just cheddar with a baklava and a Sprite. Get on out there, number 6. 3, 9, and 10. Picking up the pace. Okay, 3 is pickles and tomatoes. And a baklava. And a yogurt. Nope. Nope. Stop it. I'm picking blue. Thank you. Oh my God. Seriously. Get on out there, number 3. Number 9. Lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions. The cheeses. And a green drink. All right, that's number 9. And then we've got 10, 4, 1, and 11. Wow. Picking up the pace. And 10 is just cheddar. With a tulumba. And 4 is just mayo. With a baklava and a Sprite. All right, 4 is good. 1 is pickles and cheese. With a baklava and a Sprite. Oh, come on, get on there. Sheesh. And number 11 is just beef with fries, tulumba, and what are we, number 11? Sprite. All right, then we've got 13, 5, 7, and 8. 13, 5, 7, and 8. Oh my God, there's 5 orders up there. I don't know how I'm going to get them all in time. Somebody's going to leave, I'm sure. Put it back down. All right, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions. With ketchup. And a baklava and a yogurt. Number 5. The works, lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, both cheeses and mayo. And that is a baklava. Order number 5. Done. 7. Tomato, onion, and ketchup. Grab it. Fries. And a baklava. And your wrap. Number 8. Whew, there's a lot of orders up there. Tomato, onion, cheddar. Tomato, onion, cheddar, and ketchup. And that's a baklava and an orange drink. All right, get some trays here. That was number 15 and 3. 15, 3. Then 12 and 6. That's 4 more, and I'm out of meat. Ooh. Cook, cook, cook. Get some wraps laid out. 1, 2, 3. We can do tomatoes, pickles, and mayo. Tomatoes, pickles, and mayo. Tomatoes, pickles, and mayo gets a Tulumba and a red drink. Oh, 15 left. Damn it. 3 is onion, cheese, and ketchup. We need the meat. We need the meat. Three left. 12 is tomato, pickles, onions. Tomatoes, pickles, onions with regular cheese and ketchup. Hopefully 12 doesn't leave. 12 wants Tulumba and red drink. Oops. Crap, 12 left. 6 needs pickles, lettuce, onion, and both cheeses. Pickles, lettuce, onion, and both cheeses. He's gone. Damn. Wow, that was a lot of people that came in. I don't even know how many sandwiches we served, but we're at almost $5,300. Dang it. You get $40 back anyway. Oops. $53.43. I can't set those up yet. I have to put them in the fridge first. And then take them right back out. It sucks. I don't know if fries can be left out. Probably
I
in the
wouldn't
pack.
think so.
Well, it's packaged, so, but yeah, it's frozen, so These are not refrigerated or frozen. Neither are the wraps. Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. I don't want to lose a whole package of fries. And let's grab this. Look at that. I'm pointing at the blue yogurt, and it's grabbing a green drink. Yeesh. Alright, we got no foods sitting out. Nothing left in the dining room. All right, all cleaned up. Still a $650 profit. Crazy. 19 orders completed, 2 sitting on the floor, and 2 walked out. So that would have been 23. Boy, she jammed me up good, hey?
She did.
That would have been a record. 22 is my record so far. 23 would have been... Oops. 23 would have been a record. Hang on, let's do this. Let's put the full containers out first. That what we know what we've got a backup of. All right, a lettuce. We're gonna do 2 tomatoes, 1, 2. And a pickles. And we're probably gonna do... Yep, 2 pans of pickles. And cheese. 2 pans of cheese. No, I didn't think that would fit there. And cheddar. Okay. We've got lettuce. We've got onions. Oh, we've only got 2 tomatoes left. We are going to need a pan of onions. Let's do our lettuce first, because we're going to run into ads here shortly. And there it is. All right, we'll be right back, everybody. Just hang in there. Time for our stretch, hydrate, caffeinate, and all that good stuff. Be right back. Okay, we are back. Well, I am back, and the we are back is happening right now. Thank you very much for hanging in there during the ad break.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Also, Banda, while you're looking in the Discord, can you see a microphone next to my name? Or on my
Nope.
panel? All right, I'm going to mute it for a second. Oops. And then tell me if a microphone shows up. Is there one now?
Yes, it shows you're muted now.
Okay, cool. So, if for some reason that stupid mic goes out of sync, where it's on in one in the stream and off in the Discord or vice versa, just let me know when you see that microphone muted or whatever.
Okay.
That way you don't go wondering, boy, he's been quiet for a long time. Because Peanut got in trouble yesterday because I fell asleep and had a grandpa nap in front of the TV, and he came into the studio and tried to break into the PC by turning on and off the power on the computer and corrupted everything. My four monitors were down to 3 monitors. One monitor that was portrait mode was in landscape mode. The primary display changed off of my widescreen over to a small screen. There was all kinds of things that were broken and wrong and messed up, and I spent like an hour fixing that yesterday. So felt pretty confident this morning that everything was working as far as microphones and all that stuff, but I'm not 100% confident everything's back where it was. So,
well, if I see anything that's off,
yeah,
I'll let you know.
perfect. Thank you very much. And same with chat. If you guys don't hear something or don't see something you're supposed to be seeing, just let me know. Okay. We can't fit a full chopped lettuce head in there, so 17 is going to have to be the go on that one. So we'll do that there. Tomatoes is only 2 away from a full pan, but we need another full pan, so that will be our backup pan. And then start the normal pan. And we will do a tomato and a tulumba. And we've got a ketchup. We'll do another pickle. And we'll do the oil, fries, and wraps. We've got plenty of sleeves or fry boxes. Do another donor. And then we'll come back and check the rest of this stuff. So we'll be starting at cheddar and mayo. But I do need to order that because I need the tomatoes. Okie doke. Where's the oil? I could swear I ordered oil with that. There we go. I guess we could order another box of baklava. There's only 4 there. Baklava is right there. So we won't forget that one, and then we'll come back to our cheddar and mayo in just a minute. All right, let's finish up our tomatoes. All right, lettuce, tomato, and some onions. Got one full one there. All right, lettuce, tomato, onions, then some pickles. Oops, not that one. That one. And then a backup tray. All right, that's 16, so we'll put that there and put the backup tray here. Lettuce. Squeeze them in there nice and tight. Good enough. All right, lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions. No need to chop that other jar full. All right, 6 ketchup and 15 mayo. Oh, we got 13 in that one, 14 in that one. We'll order another ketchup and fill it up. And ketchup is that one right there. Nope, that's hot sauce. Ooh, careful. Careful. There's ketchup. All right. Lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions. Very good. All right, we need the cheeses. So first one is this one. This one's going to be a partial tray. Because I can't fit 14 in there. That's 20. I mean, I can't fit 4 in there. And now the cheddar. I didn't order cheddar. Aha. Okay. We will do a cheddar. Oh, there's already a pan there. Cheddar, cheddar, cheddar. Yep. And mayo is fine. Baklava, excellent. Baklava, ketchup, cheddar. That should be everything. Cheddar, ketchup, and baklava. There we go. Very nice. All right, we'll do the cheddar first. And one block of cheddar is only 16 portions, but we've got a portion of 20 there. That's fine. Get in there. There we go. Very nice. Oh, there's our cheddar. Whoop. We got a little extra. All right, let's do this. Get in there. Get in there. Touchy hitbox. Wow. Yep, we're putting it on the floor.
Shame, shame. What would the health inspector say?
I reckon I would have to bribe them. You don't see anything. Okay. All right, those are ready. That's all ready. Veg and condiments are all ready. Oh. Let's get some meat cooking. Why weren't we cooking meat? Rocket. I reckon we're going to play a little something else after this. Not gonna fit. Okay. That's all right. Halfway to level 13 already. Wow. Hmm. I reckon we got all of our upgrades. We haven't done online orders.
You really want to introduce that complexity?
I know, right? Because basically what it'll be is the cashier and the online orders at the same time. And
I mean, I think it'd be really cool if you had a group and you could dedicate somebody to just handle the
yeah,
online
that's
orders.
right. We're zombie. Zombie. We really don't need to upgrade cooling speed because everybody's got a cold drink and nobody's complained.
And you've said it before, this really looks like a game that is meant for multiplayer.
Yep, indeed. Indeed. I do like that one. That floor tile is really nice. Those chairs and tables look pretty good, but I still like the summer style marble. That's really nice. Summer is the walls.
Those are the best walls, too.
These, I like the level 3 walls. Those are pretty interesting looking, but this is wood plank. Is that what we're looking at, is wood plank out here? Yep, it sure is. Wood plank and brick. You know what? We've got them. I mean, we can get them. Let's try this and see what this looks like. It's the same. Oh, it's the next day. Next day is after this shift. All right, we'll see what that looks like after this shift. And the kitchen, we really like the marble in the kitchen, so we're staying with that. Of course, this looks pretty interesting, but that looks like stainless steel, doesn't it? I like the marble better. Marble and wood better than the stainless steel. Or what is this one? This one is about the tables. This one is about, it's highlighting, what is it highlighting? Oh, it's black marble. That's
I would
why.
say it's black marble.
Yeah, black marble. Wow. All right, we'll keep that on the back burner. Yep, kitchen floor. We like the kitchen floor the way it is right now. And the walls, we like the way those are right now. Okay. No, that's not going to fit in there. All right, that's 24 wraps. That's plenty to get through a shift. Okay. There's 8 of the red sodas. That should be fine. Orange yogurt and Sprite's fine. And that is 20 serves of beef donors. Okay, that's us. Ready to rock and roll. There's no way to get ahead of the game, even if I come up here to see what the first order is. First 2 orders are slow, and then she starts taking them bam, bam, bam. Cheese and
Really ought
mayo
to
with the
even
orange
that
drink.
out.
All right. That'll be ticket number 4. Lettuce, tomato, onions, and both cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, onions, both cheeses. No sauces. And that's fries and a strawberry drink. And number 14, pickle cheese and mayo. Pickle cheese and mayo. And that's order number 14 with a rumba. And number 8, lettuce, pickle, onion, and both cheeses. Lettuce, onion, pickle, both cheeses with a green drink and a Tolumba. And that's order number 8. Number 3 is next. 3 is pickle, onion, and cheddar. And that gets 2 treats and a yogurt. Number 2 is next. And 2 is onions, cheese, and mayo. Onion, cheese, and mayo. No drinks or anything. Number 2 is gone. Number 12 is next. And 12 is everything but pickles, lettuce, tomato, onion, both cheeses, and ketchup. No pickles, and that's both treats with a drink, green drink. All right, number 15 is next. Lettuce and cheddar. Lettuce and cheddar gets an orange drink. And that makes number 9 and 1. All right, just ketchup on 9. Which is fries with a red drink. And number 1, lettuce, tomato, onions with cheese and ketchup. And number 1 wants an orange drink. Oh, for crying out loud. And after 1 is 11 and 7. Uh-oh, somebody didn't like what they got. Dang it. I saw green marks on everything. I don't know what the deal was.
Maybe it was just too slow.
Maybe. Fries and orange. That could have been it. Because I'm slacking in speed right now. That's all 4 green checks. All right, tomato and a baklava and an orange drink. Number 7. And then we have 3 and 6. Number 3 is cheddar. And a baklava and a red drink. And number 6 is lettuce with baklava and a fry. And after 6 is 13 and 12. And 12. $13 is pickles and ketchup. And a Talumba and a Sprite. And 12 is just cheese with an order of fries. And there's 12, there's 10 and 14. 10 is lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, and both cheeses. No ketchup, but we will get a red drink to go with that. And number 14, that is lettuce and pickles with ketchup. And that is fries, orange, and a Talumba. Fries, Talumba, and orange. And after 14 is gone, oh, baklava. That is baklava. Oh, it's a Talumba. Quick, quick, quick. All right, after 14 is 9, 2, and 15. Wow. All right, 9, 2, and 15. And get it cooking. All right, 9 is lettuce, cheese, and ketchup. With a Talumba. And that one's gone. Number 2 is cheddar and mayo. Which also gets Talumba and a yogurt. And the number 15, lettuce, tomato, pickles. Lettuce, tomato, pickles, and onion. Both cheeses. And no sauces. Talumba fries and an orange drink. Come on, mouse. Running into my keyboard. And after 15 is number 1. And number 1, oops. Hopefully it doesn't leave before I get this shaved. Number one is lettuce, pickles, onions with cheddar and no sauce with fries and a yogurt. Go, go, Gadget Rocket. Yay.
Ooh.
Almost about to leave. So that was very close. That was very close. We went up over $5,000 again. Did we get everybody? Did anybody leave? Oh. One order. You know what? You know what's wrong with this one? Can anybody see what's wrong with this order? And now I know why he didn't like it.
I don't see any onions.
Nope, there's onion on it. So everything in the icons picture is what's on this wrap. Lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, and 2 cheeses. We've also got an orange drink and a Tulumba. It won't show the order, but it's got orange drink, fries, Tulumba. The one thing it's missing that would have completed this order is the meat.
Oh.
I forgot to put meat on that one.
Oops. Yeah, I guess I don't see any meat up in the icons.
Nope. Daddy Rocket forgot the meat. Alright, so that was one order not completed. There's no orders where anybody got up and left, so everything was on time. It just... I missed an order.
It seems that you have accidentally wandered into a restricted area.
Oh no,
Due to the
thank you,
sensitive
zombie.
nature of the materials that you may be exposed to here, you will not be allowed to leave until the cleanup crew arrives at 6 a.m. So
Yeah.
hang tight. Rest assured that you will be promptly rescued, fired, then sent home. Thank you for being an employee. We hope that your experience has not been as regrettable as ours.
The chef is fired. Thank you very much for that redeem, Mr. Zombie. I truly deserved that. Alright, so that was the end of this shift. That's all we're going to do of this game today. So if you guys have a game you want to play or want to watch me play, pop it into chat. And only 2 meat serves. Oh. 3 meat serves were wasted. That's alright. That's not too bad because you can't do just 1. It has to be 4. We'll leave that for the next day. Actually, we'll leave 1 there for the day's fries. At least when I sleep today, we'll be able to see what the new decor looks like out in the dining room.
Well, I'd like to see, I know I've been playing it on my own, but I'd like to see the group play in the updated Vintage Story. I'd jump in with you. I've been able to stay up to the end of your stream, so I'd be around.
Oh, you know what? That's something we could do tomorrow. I'd have to, because I'm not updated on the latest version, I'd have to do all the install and everything of that. Did you check and see if if G-Man server's updated?
He said quite a while ago he had updated it.
Okay, cool. Okay. Looks like everything is put away. The dining room is clean. There's no foods sitting out. And we are at $5,200. Yeah, we had a minus 42. Wonder why. Oh, because I spent some money. That's all right. That's for the new decor. Okay, let's see what the new decor looks like. Still wood walls. What? Oh, hang on. The bricks are different. Bricks are different on one side. Still the same game glitch. Oh, there's the new walls up there. I see the metal. These are supposed to be windows up there. Yep, like that. Okay, game glitch. Overlapping. Yeah. That's kitchen floor. Kitchen, dining area. We are on this one. So I saw that pattern on some of it. It's supposed to be a lighter brick. That's the dining wall. And that's the floor. Yeah, it didn't translate very good by end of day. Little glitch there. I see the metal railing, but the wood plank is still there. Some of the brick turned to the right kind of brick right there. Right there, but I still see the overlay of the red brick. I'm sure that'll fix itself on the next day, but we're not going to do that. Oh, we could do that. Could do that. That'll do it. I reckon that'll do it. Because it is the beginning of a new day. Aha! Very nice. Good job, zombie. Hunter. That's nice looking. I am partial to the summer scene, but this is nice looking. Chicken sushi menu? Was that chicken sushi? Double the chicken. Single chicken. Meat kebab mix. Yeah, you know what? This isn't these aren't on. That's one thing I was thinking about last night. So we don't have double meat orders. We don't have mixed meat orders like beef, chicken, and a kebab or something like that. We don't get orders that ask for ketchup and mayo. And nobody orders more than one kind of drink, but they will order more than one kind of side dish. Which is interesting. I've also never seen a double beef. You know, a double portion of beef. I've never seen a double portion of anything. Chicken shish something? Double chicken doner? Single chicken...
Maybe they come in at higher levels.
Maybe. Maybe that's what comes after level 12. We're almost at 13. Huh. Meat kebab mix. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's a shish kebab. That's right. Kebab for short, but yeah, these are shish kebabs. A lot of people, even though this is a shish kebab, a lot of people call the wrap a kebab, which is actually a hero or a gyro or a hero, depending on which country you're from pronouncing it. Gyro. But yeah. Okay. That's it for this game. What are we playing next, guys?
What are the options? I'm trying to think what you have.
Well, it's what we've been playing lately has been Foundry, Satisfactory,
You can
Farm
do some Alchemy
Sim.
Factory. It's been a while.
Could do that. It's had an update too, hasn't it? Why is that ghosted? Why is that grayed out? There's a hot fix on the 29th. Last played, ooh, December 25th.
I haven't ever seen you do your Railroads game.
Yeah, you know what? Railroad, that's been a long time, and I love the Railroads game. So we've got a couple of them. We've got Railgrade, Railroader, Railroads Online, Railroad Empire.
Why don't you pick one of those? I'd like to see something really different.
All right, Railgrade, we last played that on Halloween 2023. Railroader, we last played December 10th, 2023. Railroads Online was March 30th of 2023. That was over 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Oh my God. Yeah, you know why? Because there was a big rift with Railroads Online. So December 24, December 20. Oh my goodness. They have had zero activity since December 2024. I'll bet you that stopped development.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. All right. Railroad Empire, last played February 28th, 2022. Over 4 years ago. I think there's one more Railroader. Hold on. Train Sim Classic was February 23. Train Sim World 2 was May of 22. Train Sim World 6 I haven't played yet. Star Rupture, Stationeer.
6 minutes to ads.
All right. Factory Train. Oh, that's Factory Town. Haven't played that one yet. All right, let's see which one was the latest that we played, which was
Or do
Railroader.
the one that had the most recent update.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably the best way to go. Railway Empire was April of 23, last update, so that's probably dead. Railroads Online, December 24, that's dead. Railroader was last updated this May 10th. And May 6th before that. Okay, that one's active. Railgrade actually had a major update number 7 on the 26th. June 26th. So I guess what we'll do, Railgrade was kind of fun, but I think Railroader is going to be our game. Let me take a look real quick at the store page there. Overwhelmingly positive. So they've probably been making very good updates to this game. I just got cut down in my prime busting up a rival cartel deal. Oh, good on you, zombie. Is that a Colombian cartel? Are they going to be coming after you? The cartel, they're the Benzies. The cartel is Schedule 1. Are you talking IRL, zombie? All right, let's see if I have Railroader set up here in the OBS. Uh-oh, I don't have a scene set up for Railroader. It's the Walter White simulator. Oh, it's a game. Okay. Sheesh, zombie. I was thinking you were getting some serious IRL activity there.
About 3 minutes to ads.
Okie dokie.
And that's with the added delay.
Yep, okay. Cool. All right, let's see if we can set up a scene for Railroader so that we can be ready to go after the ad break. Oh, there is some weather rolling in. Sun is gone. We might get some rain here shortly.
Just as long as it's not a wild thunderstorm that rattles your windows.
Right. We haven't had something like that in a while. I sure wouldn't mind. I'd like a nighttime thunderstorm. Haven't had that in forever.
Yeah, we had wild weather here on Sunday. It got pretty woolly. My power went out in stream, and then I had to end stream because the tornado sirens went off.
Ah, right.
And I'm sitting right next to a bank of windows.
Oh no. Right. Really? Okay. All right, that's our full screen, which seems like it's fine there. That'll have an audio capture with it. What were we just playing? That was Rap House. Yep, okay, that's fine. And let's go back here. And we want games. And we want to turn that one off. And we want to add a scene. Oh, alrighty. There we go. Perfect. All right, we'll be right back after the ads, guys, and then we'll get started on this. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Why does that keep doing? Oh, I know why.
I'm not at my computer, but you didn't answer me, so I'm wondering if you're muted.
I was. So my mute button, because my mouse had the OBS program active, the mute button or the mute button is also the page down button. So I got to remember. Okay, there we go. I just got to remember not to be active on OBS when I'm hitting mute. Okay, I guess multiplayer, hey? Host a multiplayer. First run, oh, look at these first runs. I wonder, because there's been updates, lots of updates. Let's see, content, development update, new bundle, hot fix, another developer
Might
update.
be safest to start a new game with all the updates.
I think so, because there's a lot of developer update with new tutorials and a major update last March. Waypoints times. Yeah, we're gonna do new game. South Dillard and Asheville Railway. Random. Can we make our own name? I reckon we could. Merriam and East Balsam. Appalachian and North Allegheny lines. Ooh, but that's anal. That's funny. ANAL. As much as I would like to do that. West Canton. Nantahala Railroad. That sounds American Indian. Dillsboro. Tuskegee, North Virginia. Ooh, we could do that one.
Did you update your title and I just need to do a refresh, or did you forget to update your title?
I forgot to update, so hang on just a second. Let me do that, and then you can tell me.
And your Be Right Back screen is still up.
Yep, thank you. Very good. Uh-oh. There it goes. Railroader should have updated on your screen. If not, just a refresh will do it.
Yep, it updated.
Sweet. Okay, company mode. Company, Sam. Yeah, we're doing company map. I don't know what the. Oh, there's only one. East Whittier. Name your save. Railroader 2026. Let's do a 7/2026, July 2026. Okay, are we ready? Host multiplayer public game name. Do we have to be public? Can't it be private and we can just grant access to players? Public game name. How do we want to do that? Oh, tutorial is only in single player. Oh no. Yeah, single player, company mode. Okay, hang on. We're gonna have to do single player to start with. See if we can get Virginia back. Man, there's a lot of them in here. All right, let's just do Cherokee and East Smoky Mountains. Single player, company mode. Oh, we got to go all the way back. Oy vey. All right, single player, new. Let's see if we can get it, Cherokee. Wow, there's a lot of rail. I didn't realize how many actual railroad companies. Carolina. What if I typed CESM?
They need a drop-down list.
Yeah, they do. Because it doesn't find it just by typing it in. And there's no tell, and you can't go back or forwards either. Cumberland was pretty cool. I remember that one. All right, let's just do Northern Railway. At least we know this is a single player tutorial. Hey, Mr. Tug, how are you doing, mate? Good evening to you. All right, so hopefully you'll have some sort of audio or sound effects from the game, and then we'll adjust the volume accordingly. What have you been up to lately, Tug? Welcome to the Railroader tutorial. I see sound volume going on, so it must be working. All right, the following chapter will walk you through running your railroad from your engine operation, moving around to running freight and passenger service. Tutorial is designed to be played in sequence with each chapter building on the previous. Okay. While you can close this window to pause the tutorial at any time, and the last page will be saved, keep in mind that the later chapters may not proceed as planned if you do much work on your railroad before resuming the tutorial. Okay. Let's get started. Engine operation, start. East Whittier. After the flood, actually. Watching Homeland? I recognize that name. Isn't that kind of an old series on Prime or something like that? Or is that a brand new series? Homeland sounds familiar. Today's the day. We're our own railroad. The Atlantic Railway might not have thought this area was worth their time, but now it's all in our hands. We got 1.5 good engines out of the deal. 1.5. What do we do with half an engine? And the railroad house in Bryson is in good shape. Trouble is, it doesn't do us much good with the bridge at Ella still out. The Ella Bridge is washed out. This yard at East Whittier will be our home for now. The yard doubles as the interchange with the Atlantic Railway to the east, and the engine service facilities, the coal conveyor, water column, and engine shed are more than enough for our current needs. Cool. Netflix series. Oh. I don't have Netflix. It's probably just Netflix then. Who's in that, Tug? So today is the day where our own railroad... Oh, continuing on. In this first chapter, we'll learn the basics of railroader, starting with how to look around and move. And by the end of this chapter, you'll know how to move a locomotive around. In subsequent chapters, we'll cover more in-depth concepts of running your railroad. For some topics, you may want to check the guide, F1, cool, which goes into more detail than the tutorial on certain topics. Click next for the next page. In Railroader, you'll primarily use the mouse to look and the keyboard to move. Holding right mouse button enables you to look around by moving the mouse. Nice. There's our engine shed. Okay, cool. Wheel zooms in and out. Wow. That's 100% zoomed out. Whee, fish. That's a very... wow, you can zoom in pretty far. And it gets real sensitive, too. You can customize mouse look and preferences using the button in the upper right or Control I. Yep. Preferences. Glasses. No glasses. Yep, red's fine. All right, graphics. Almost 1920 by 1080. We're very close. Limit to 60 FPS. We should be able to get away with... yeah, there we go. Everything else looks fine there. Sound, we can adjust these as necessary. Input. Mouse look speed. Customize mouse look in preferences. Using the... okay. And features, compass. Yeah, we like a compass. Clock. And we don't want any extra bandwidth collecting usage data, so we don't need that. Sway intensity. All right, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay. Skin tone. That's fine. All right, next. Let's stretch our legs. You can move using WASD and spacebar to jump or sprint or just jump. If you can hold down the shift key. Very nice. Oh boy, it actually recognizes the terrain over those line switching for our lining switches for our movement. Our good engine is in the engine shed. In the next chapter, we'll rescue the wrecked one. So let's get ready to move the engine out onto the lead to top off the water and coal. A lead is a track that is used for accessing or switching a set of tracks. In this case, the yard lead provides both access to the yard and a place to move cars between yards tracks when switching the yard. Oh, okay. Middle mouse button kind of centers that. There's the wrecked engine, I reckon. Okay. Yep. So this is the yard lead switching coal track. And where was water? That's coal. I don't see our water buffalo. Look at how bumpy he is. All right, I don't see water, but that's okay. Let's do our continue. This This switch connects the engine shed to engine shed track to the lead. Walk to the switch. Yep. All right. Now the lead is accessed by this switch just to the right of the coal conveyor. Hold on. The lead is accessed by this switch just to the right of the coal conveyor left and the water column right. Oh, that's the water right there. I didn't see a tank or a buffalo or anything like that. Okay. Switch has a target on top and the target is viewed from the track and shows green. That means the switch is lined for normal position. If the target is red, the switch is reversed. Okay. To line this switch for the engine shed, click on the switch stand. Yep. And it is switched to reverse. Great. You can always check the points, the rails that move when the switch is lined to make certain they are set for the direction you want. And sure enough, our rail is coming from this track onto the main, or the next to the main line, but as you can see right there. Okay. So far, we've been using the first person view, but it's also possible to view the world from above. Select the overhead view. Aha, with number 2. And this just moves the overhead camera, not the actual player. Okay. Similar to first person, and if it can rotate it, right mouse button, scroll wheel moves the overhead view in and out. Try using the overhead view to get a sense of the facilities and track at East Whittier. Yep. All right, so we actually have the main line is a 2-rail. So one direction only on the rails. Probably right-hand drive. We've got a side rail that goes to the shed. And a side rail that goes to a small cargo yard. And a side rail, a side rail that goes to, it looks like, a logging mill. Yep. Log cars, sawmill, storage of chopped wood with flat cars, or a dock anyway for flat car. Cool. All right, so switch back to first person view. With 1. Yep. One more note, first person and overhead views are completely independent. You can use this to your advantage. Okay, cool. All right, let's board the engine, the good one, which is just outside the engine shed. Right here on the green switch. Now, find the ladder between the engine and the tender. Yes. Move forward with the W while facing the ladder to climb onto the cab. Yay. At the top of the ladder, find the engineer's seat in the cab. Yep. Simply walk into the seat to sit. Yep. That feels like standing. Okay, I guess it is sitting. Right, next. We don't have much lighting in here right now, so I'm just going to turn off the cam for the time being. All right, engines and railroader have 4 major controls: throttle, reverser, independent brake, and train brake. Throttle and reverser make the engine move. and change direction while the brakes are used to slow or stop the train. First, we'll cover the brakes before you get the train moving. It's critical that you know how to stop it. Yeah, indeed. So, the independent and train brakes behave very differently and are used in different situations. The independent brake controls the brakes on the engine and tender only. It's fast to apply and release, but it's only good for stopping the engine alone or for very short trains. Find the independent brake handle using your mouse and the tool tips. Apply the independent brake. Use your mouse to drag the handle as far right as it will go. All right, throttle. Independent brake, as far right as it'll go. That's 100%. Great. This will help ensure your engine stays put while we learn about it. Train brake, independent brake. So train is the red. That's just that's the whole train. The black one is just the engine and tender. All right, the train brake is used for slowing or stopping an entire train. It's controlled by changing the air pressure in the brake line, and because of this, it's slow to apply and even slower to release. In fact, you can only fully release it. It's not possible to partially release the train brake, unlike the independent. And I imagine that's because that would leave air in the line, which leaves the brake partially applied as long as there's air in the line. Apply the train brake. Use your mouse to drag the handle to the right or forward. Yep. Great. You should only need to fully apply the train brake in an emergency. In normal use, you apply some train brake and then release as you reach the desired speed, or apply more if you need to slow more. Now that you know the controls used to stop, let's learn about moving. The throttle controls. Oh, were we supposed to release that? Yeah, probably. Throttle controls how much steam is sent to the pistons, which makes the engine go faster. When it is closed, no steam is sent to the pistons. At 100% maximum, steam is sent. The reverser controls how the pistons apply force. It controls how the pistons apply force. The drivers by changing how the valve gear operates. That didn't make sense. This makes it possible to control direction as well as more efficiently use steam at higher speeds. The reverser is basically a forward and backwards. When the reverser is fully forward, the steam will propel the locomotive forward. When fully back, the locomotive is propelled backwards or reverse. Fully forward or fully back applies the full power of the steam, but is inefficient at higher speeds. As your speed rises, you'll need to move the reverser closer to the center to get full power. Obviously, without going in the opposite direction. With the independent brake applied, we can try out the reverser and the throttle. First, we'll set the reverser, then the throttle. Set the reverser to... that's the throttle. Door. Here we are, reverser, centered. Set the reverser forward. And open the throttle to about 20%. That's forward. This is the throttle. With the throttle open and the reverser set, steam pressure is being directed to the pistons. The independent brake prevents us from moving. However, let's move the engine out onto the lead toward the switch you set. The bell and whistle are used to alert others of the train's movement. When starting a train, it's common to sound the bell and whistle. The whistle is sounded using a lever or cord on the cab ceiling. Headlight, whistle, and bell. Release the independent brake. Get rolling. 5 miles an hour will do. Where's our speedometer? Close the throttle. Okay, bell. Gently. Oh, I guess I slammed it. Okay, but where's our speedometer? Neither one of those look like speedometers. Neither does this one, because I doubt 300 is a thing. What is this? Atlantic Locomotive Works. Front full, front dim. Oh, that's the light. Front and rear. Does anybody see a... Nice. Let's get some air in here. That's a light. Ah, turn the lamp on and off. I'm not seeing anything that tells us how fast we're going, like a speedometer or anything. All right, until this point, we've used the first-person view or engine controls, but Railroad also has on-screen controls called the HUD. I haven't seen any yet. Oh, they're at the top right. And supports keyboard bindings for many controls. These can be customized in preferences. Select the overhead view with 2. The HUD and keyboard controls applied to the currently selected engine. Okay. Select an engine, right-click on it. Ah, inspect, select, apply handbrake. Ahaha. Select, you can also immediately select using shift control click. And there's our controls. And there's where our speedometer is. Train brake. 90% throttle. I guess that's just percentage. AE road, AE yard, and AE waypoint. Okay, so be careful to click on the locomotive itself, not the tender or control on the locomotive. The tender is considered a separate car. If you're having trouble finding your engine, Shift 2 will jump the overhead view to the position of your first-person avatar. Okay. Now that the locomotive is selected and the HUD controls appear in the lower left, the HUD also provides standard engine controls that can be used from miles away, whether you're in first person or the overhead view. In the HUD, forward in the engine is right. Forward in the engine is right. Car equipment, operations, that centers the view, simplified controls. Ah. Hang on, something, are they covered up, or is that everything? Independent brake is full. Forward reverse. Throttle goes left instead of right. So everything else goes to the right, except for the throttle. And that would be 100% open. All right, why would that be different than any other slider? Train brake is 0. Right? Release and apply. So that's apply. No. Yeah, this is release and this is apply. Left is open, right is closed. Left is release. Right is apply, so we have it applied. Reverser is left is reverse, neutral, and forward. Okay. I guess that helps. Okay, so in the HUD, forward in the engine is right, apply brakes, close throttle, and back is left, release brakes, open throttle. The HUD also shows details about your engine. The color shows whether that car's brakes are released, applied. So we got red, brakes are applied, or handbrake applied, purple. Handbrake. Derailed cars are dark gray. This is the first time I saw handbrake applied. Where's that? Did we breeze over that for some reason? Train brake, independent brake, forward reverser, throttle. I don't see handbrake. I also didn't see it in the engine. Anyway, numbers on the brake sliders indicate the brake line pressure and brake cylinder pressure. These are also shown on gauges inside the cab. Okay. So independent brake pressure is 72 max. And train brake is 90 max. All right, you now know everything you need to move your engine around East Whittier until you run out of coal and water. In the next chapter, we'll cover loading coal and water. In this chapter, coal and watering, diesel engines fueled using the same principles. Okay. Steam engines need coal and water, which on most engines, the water is added through a hatch in the top rear of the tender. Inspect your tender now and locate the water hatch. That's our water hatch. Oh, and there's water in it. How about that? 3,000 gallons of water. Line up the hatch with the spout. But you could also use the HUD to control the engine while standing on the deck of the tender. When using the overhead view, 0 follows the lead car or engine, 9 follows the trailing car, which might help line up the tender. Line up the tender water hatch with the water column. Use the throttle, reverse, or independent brake to move your tender into position. Okay, can I move this out of... Let's put this up here. All right, so that's where we're going over there. So we will release our independent brake and all right, I guess that's 0. And we're going forward about 20%, I think. Oops, I'm not moving with it. That's all right. And let's cut the power off of that. It should coast. Ooh, that was quick. Got a green arrow where I should stop at, but wouldn't it be better just to look at the water spout and, you know. That looks pretty lined up. Ah, and sure enough. Oh, it holds more than 3,000 gallons.
Guess it helps if I take mute off after I finish eating.
Yep. All right, 4,000 gallons is 100%. All right, stow.
Looks like a pretty detailed game.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Stow the water column spout. Clicking on the spout will stow it. There it goes. Yeah, I love this game. There's a lot of good detail in it. All right, coal conveyor is just ahead and works very similar to the water. There's the coal conveyor. So we just need to pull forward just a little bit. So we can.
I've had a couple of the railroad games. I don't remember which ones they are right now.
We're just gonna creep forward. That's right about there. Okay. Your railroad only has a limited amount of coal at the moment, so it's up to you whether to top off the engine's tender. Click the coal conveyor. And let's see if it's 5 tons. Yep, 5 tons is full. Excellent. Before we learn how to order more coal, let's cover the basics of how freight is moved on a railroad. An interchange is one or more tracks that are designated as a place to exchange cars with another railroad. On your railroad, the yard behind your engine shed doubles as your interchange. Okay, there's our shed, and this is our interchange. Oh, we've got a coal car. Yep, 50 tons worth. That should be plenty. Passengers, empty, and a caboose. I like having a caboose. Just because that's where the engineer and the train crew can rest, have snacks, tea, donuts, whatever. Okay, so use overhead to look over the interchange tracks behind the engine. Tracks are on the main line, 2 interchange yard tracks, and a short storage track. Got it. Waybills tell a railroad where to deliver a car. Cars ordered by your customers will arrive at the interchange with a waybill assigned. Nice. These cars are owned by other railroads and their waybills cannot be changed. Your railroad is paid when each car is delivered. Waybills are used to order fuel for your railroad, but these waybills are assigned by you to the cars that your railroad owns. More about this later. All right, open the company window with I. The company window gives you visibility into all sorts of aspects of your railroad. Wow. Switch to the location tabs. Yes. Each location has one or more tracks listed. Each location, Connolly Creek, East Whittier Engine Service. Whittier has engine service, interchange. There's Hollyfield Heating Oil, Stenzel Manufacturing, Whittier Depot, Sawmill, ELA Farm Supply, or Ella Farm Supply, Ella Station. Okay. Each location has one or more tracks listed. Clicking on the track location icon will move the overhead view to the track. Hovering over it highlights it. I didn't move. This one? Ah. We're at the coal loader. Okay. Repair track. Yep, that's our repair shed. East Whittier interchange. Okay, so that's the entrance to the interchange yard. Heating oil. Whoa. All right, so where is that in relation to us? This must be way far away. I don't see our station. Unless it's way down that track. That's a pretty big map. Okay. Stenzel Manufacturing. Do we have an icon that shows, is that ours right there? Yep, this is ours. Okay, so we're... Stenzel is north of us. Okay. The Whittier Depot, okay, obviously is here as well. And the track house. Yep. Okay, and the sawmill. This is our sawmill. Okay. Yep, because here we are at the coal loading. All right. Ella Farm Supply. Might as well get all the terrains loaded, huh? Don't know how far away. This is all very east. All right, there's that Stenzel right there. Yes. Nope, that's the fuel. Yeah. Yep. Okay. That is quite a ways away. All right, and then of course, Ella Station. Looks like farm roads that go to no, or car roads that go to nowhere. Okay. Now, the X button closes the window, backspace closes the topmost window. Oh. All right, much of our freight work will be for our customers, but some of it will be, we'll keep our railroad running, fuel for engines, repair parts, and maintenance of way materials. keep your engines fueled, you'll need to supply coal to your coal conveyors and coaling towers. This is called railroad fuel service freight, and it uses cars owned by your railroad. Your railroad owns one hopper. It's on the interchange track to the east, full of coal, 50 tons, and ready to be spotted on the conveyor track, or conveyor supply track. Find the hopper. The coal in this car has already been purchased. Next, we'll set it to unload and buy more in the future. Okay. So we'll want to go back to Whittier. Interchange. And our coal car, which is right there. Find the hopper. We'll set it to unload and buy more in the future. All right, so railroads use waybills to keep track of where a car needs to be delivered to. Automatic waybills in railroad enable you to set a car to be moved between two destinations. One to unload it when full, and another to load it when empty. Automatic waybills are only used on cars owned by a railroad. Okay, so automatic only for us. Everybody else is manual. All right, waybills can be viewed using the inspector. Open the inspector by right-clicking on the hopper. Aha. And clicking inspect. You can also open the inspector directly by control-clicking on a car. Switch to the operations tab and find the unload and load drop-downs. Make the following settings. Switch the operations. Oh, down here. I didn't see it. No, actually, that's the, yeah, bay hopper. Equipment, operations. There we go. Load and unload. Yep. Set the unload destination. Coal should be unloaded at the East Whittier coal loader. Very good. Set the load destination. East Whittier interchange. Easy peasy. Because the hopper is full, its waybill has automatically been set to the coal loader. You can see the waybill in the inspector as well as in the car's tooltip. Couple uncouple. Cycle the waybill. Coupled cycle waybill. Cooling off quite a bit, Bandit. 77 already.
Yeah.
All right, another way to see waybill and car information is use the overlay view. Hit tab to toggle the overlay. Ah. Nice. I like that. So this indicates the destination. No destination here. This one is headed to Whittier coal loader. NR 200,000. 2-bay hopper. Pending delivery. No repair or sell destination set, which is good. Okay. The color corresponds to its east-west location on the railroad. So orange is east-west. Interesting. Okay. And dims when it has been delivered. Got it. Hovering your mouse over the waybill highlights the destination track location. Oh, I see at the very top of the screen. It's kind of covered up. 0.2 miles to the northwest. Got it. Yep. which that should be that one right there, the coal. So we're 0.2 miles away. All right. The highest place on the track that this car needs to be placed. Yep, I see where the hopper needs to go. Got it. Try thinking through the location of the hopper and the track we need to take it to. How can you move it there without trapping the engine? Without trapping the engine, it needs to go right here. Can we go through the repair yard? Nope. 2 bollards. Okay. Without trapping the engine, so basically it needs to come up this track here, back up there, and then go forward there, so a zigzag. That's the only way in, actually. How can you move it there without trapping the engine? Okay, this...
5.
Huh? What's that?
Adds in about 5.
Okay, thank you. This is a facing point move. If you backed your engine up directly to the hopper, right? Engine would be between the hopper and the spot we want to move it to. You're right, which means we can't pull forward with it into that location because that would trap the engine in. So we want to push it. We can push it. Move the engine to the other side of the hopper car. Yep, set the engine shed switch back to normal, which is this one right here. And it should move the rail. Yep, moved the rail. Which means we should be able to back straight up along this rail right here, all the way back here, and to there, and yep, and there's our green arrow, and then switch to a pushing position on the track, which is the middle rail. Nope, it's the outside rail. Yep, the outside rail, and then stay straight on the outside rail, and we'll be pushing the engine, that one. Yep, okay, excellent. All right, so set the engine shed switch back to normal. Next, reverse your engine past the shed to the other end of the yard tracks. If you're having trouble getting above 15 miles an hour, try moving the reverser toward the center. This will use steam more efficiently. However, given that this is a yard area, keep your speed around 15, especially over the switches. Okay. All right, our rail track is switched. So we can release the brake and give it a little bit of throttle. I hope this... Nope, it's the wrong way. We definitely want to be going in reverse. I don't know if this is percent or miles per hour. That's 100 miles per hour or 100%. I'm not sure. This is pretty cool. All right, let's stop giving it some steam. We can coast from here. You know, I didn't check. Yeah, okay. I forgot to check those switches to make sure. That's what we want. Ads running. Can we pause? Yes, we can. All right, we'll be right back. Hang in there. So we'll get a bio break, a stretch, and a hydrate, and all that. Last break of the stream, returning in about 150 seconds. Hang in there. All right, I am back, and welcome back, everybody. And also, this is the wrong switch to switch. We're on the outside track, right? No, we're on the middle track. It didn't tell us about switching that. But we did switch it. As you can see, it's broken, so it will come along this line to right about there. And we also need to switch this track. Boom. So we'll come down here, and then we'll come down here. So it doesn't tell you everything. You got to watch for it. Moving along nicely, just coasting. So we're going to stop the engine right at the green arrow. That's the train brake. Little bit of brake, too much, too much. A little more throttle. Just so we're not on the switch itself. And there we go. We just want the switch to be right in front of it. Perfect. Actually, we'll leave the train brake fully applied. Now, stop the engine. Now that we're on the correct end of the yard, we can proceed the hopper to line the switches for the engine to reach the yard track the hopper is on. So we'll go ahead and switch this. Oops. We'll leave that switched where it is. And we want to be on the next rail over. So green. And then we'll be on the outside track. And green on this one, which is straight through. And there's where we want to stop, just short of the engine. Okay. All right, so we can go ahead and proceed. Stop just short of the hopper. Release our brake. And about 15... Oops, stop, stop. Sorry. Forward, please. Then a little bit of throttle. Release the brake. There we go. Forward, please. There it's going. Oh, there's our miles per hour right there. That's good enough. This is pretty cool. All right, let's take the throttle down. And it can slowly decrease in speed on its own before we actually hit the brake. Doesn't slow down too much. It's only lost 1 mile per hour, just coasting. Pass a train engineer test. I know, right? That would be cool, hey? All right, a little bit of brake. A little more brake. And a little more throttle. And as soon as that green arrow disappears, boom. All right, we are stopped. Now couple to the hopper car with the front of your engine. Yeah, right? When coupling to another cut of cars, 1 to 3 miles per hour is the ideal, but you can couple as fast as 5 without doing damage. If you couple too hard, you can cause the trains to derail. All right. All right, so we'll leave the brake released, and we'll just give it enough to get to about 3 miles per hour. That's good enough. Okay, we are coupled. Oh, using the independent brake. I'm using train brake. I should be using independent down here on the bottom. Okay, now that we've coupled to the hopper, let's hook up the brake line, change to first person mode, walk in between the engine and the hopper. Oh, so we actually have to hook up brake lines. There it is. Right there. Connect glad hands. That's the airline. So glad hands are airlines. Oh, and it's closed. Open the angle cock on engine. Yep, and open the rear on the hopper. Okay, so obviously that charges the line. That charges the hopper. Great. You can also shift click on a glad hand to connect the hoses and automatically open the angle cocks. Remember that the angle cocks at the front and back of the train must be closed in order to build pressure and release the brakes. If you hear hissing, an angle cock is open. Right, so that's closed, so it's a closed system. If it was open, it would be releasing air. And same thing for the far end. So we'll just we just bleed out any moisture that's in the lines, because moisture in an airline is a bad thing. I don't know if that's actually a mechanic in this game, but always bleed the lines. Moisture builds up from condensation and whatnot. Oops. Okie dokie. It's good practice to periodically inspect your train. Steam engines, tenders, freight, and passenger equipment need to be kept well oiled to avoid causing damage. Hover your mouse over the truck's wheels. Oh. So these are the trucks. 100% oiled. 100% oiled. These are just guide wheels, but I imagine they need to be oiled as well. 77%. All right. And this level should be kept above 50% to avoid risking a hot box. Oil the trucks on the hopper. Click and hold until you reach 100%. Nice. Which did both front and back, so it does the entire car. For more on oiling, check the wear and repair section of the guide. And now that our train has been inspected, let's move the hopper to the destination. All right, first this section. Oh, for this next section, you'll be in charge of planning out your moves. Your goal is to move the hopper into the position on the loader supply track. To do this, you will need to use what you've learned so far. Which we can do this one. And we are moving to right here. Spotted on the loader supply track. To do this, you'll need to use what we've learned, right? Remember that hovering over the car's tab overlay will show you where the car needs to go. Tag will dim once the car is in its destination. Spot the hopper on the loader supply with the loader with the tab overlay enabled. Hover over the tag to see the destination highlighted. Oops. The mouse goes outside the window quite a bit. I don't like that. I would like to have the mouse trapped in the game window. All right. And there it is. You can see it's highlighted with a white wedge. All right, we're doing that. We should get a white check mark here. We're spotting it. We see it. Why aren't we getting a green check mark, please? Use what you've learned so far. Switch, set switches and use this. Right, remember, hover the car. Okay. Spot the hopper on the loader supply with the tab overlay enabled, which it is. Hover over the tag to see the destination. Yes. Am I going to have to do all of the switching first? All right, that will get us up to past this destination, and then we'll stop and reverse. And when we do reverse, we want to stay on this track, which we are, staying on that track, and then we'll switch this one to get in there. Why am I not getting... Am I missing something? Going to East Whittier coal loader, yes. We're not getting the, all right. I guess it won't tick green until we go and deliver it? Maybe? Yeah, that's what that's what it looks or feels like. And we'll make sure that the tender just clears the switch here. And then we'll switch it. Although the instruction for the tick box says just to spot the hopper, which is right there. All right, now this switch needs to switch. Yep. to back up onto this rail. Rail is open, rail is open. Very good. Switch to reverse. Give it some gas. This is pretty realistic to this period of rail operations. Okay, maybe a little more. And I reckon the weight of the car, which is 50 tons, plus the train itself, or locomotive in its tender, will have momentum. So I don't reckon they're actually going to slow down very much on their own without having some actual brake applied. Yeah, it's pretty, yeah, all good. Very nice. All right, we'll switch our track. And that brings us on to forward. Get it started. Maybe 5 or 6 miles an hour into our destination. Which will be right over the, what do you call it?
Got a lot of moving parts.
I know, right? All right, let's slow this down a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Yay, there it is. You were right, Hunter. All right, now that the hopper has been spotted, apply the handbrake, secure it. We did. I guess the handbrake is the independent brake. They're using the two terms interchangeably for the same thing. Oh, the handbrake. No, the handbrake's the wheel. There it is. Yes, okay. Click the handbrake wheel on the end of the hopper. Okay, all right, next we'll prepare to leave the hopper behind by closing the angle cock on the engine. This prevents the brake line from leaking air. Yep. I should have stayed on the train. That's all right. We can run up here. There's no need to close the angle cock on the hopper. In fact, we want to let the brake line empty, as this will apply. We want to let the brake line empty, as this will apply the brakes. Really? So the air holds the brakes open? Yeah. Okay, so air pressure holds the brake calipers open. Releasing the air shuts them automatically. Yep, okay, gotcha. Okay, Right. Close the air cock on the engine. Leave it open on that one. Disconnect. Yep. So the air did bleed out, and that basically applied the brake. Right, the brake shoes should be touching the wheels. Gotcha. Can't see them real good, but yeah, that mechanism is probably... Just trying to see if I could see it across the way. But anyway, good. Open the coupler, click the coupler between the engine and the hopper. We did. Oh, open the coupler. Got it. Okay, excellent. In a few days, once you've burned through the coal in this hopper, it will be time to order more. Because you set the load destination to the interchange, the car will be automatically way-billed there once it is empty. Oh, so we don't have to do anything with it. It'll go by itself. Passive safety, yeah, or I was called in case train splits on its own. Yeah, indeed. Very cool stuff. Okay. Closed. Good. All right. At that time, you'll move the hopper to the interchange, and the next time it's served, payment will be withdrawn, and the hopper will be taken away. It will be returned at the next service 24 hours later, full of coal, with its way bill set to the loader. Nice. So we don't have to do much of anything there. Because you only have one coal car, you'll be without a coal supply for a day. So plan carefully, or buy another hopper so that your fuel supply is uninterrupted. Right, just rotate them. Fuel costs can be viewed in the company window locations panel for the interchange. One last note about automatic waybills. You can manually toggle between load and unload using the cycle buttons below the drop downs, as well as copy the destinations to coupled cars and cycle them. Nice. We've now learned the essentials of keeping your locomotives fueled with coal and water. We've also seen how to use automatic waybills to maintain a steady supply of fuel, coal, and perhaps in the future diesel. Next, we'll learn how to keep our equipment in good repair. The following chapters will walk you through running your railroad, from engine operation to moving around to running freight and passenger service. It's designed to be played in sequence with each while it's blah blah blah. Right. So, passenger service, or no, derailments, damage, repair. One of the casualties of the flood was our number one engine. It's down on the sawmill lead in East Whittier, below the coal conveyor. Oops. Overhead. Yep, there it is. Number one engine. NR1. All right, find the wrecked engine. Engines are shown on the map. M toggles, and listed in the engine R toggles. M toggles. Oh, check out the map. Okay, now that's a whole lot easier. There's Ella. There's our Whittier. There's Bryson. Hemingway. Alarka Junction. Brooks, Cochran. Alarka. Wilmot. Thomas Valley. That's nice. Ooh, this is a big map, and this is just the beginning map. Ah! Nice. What does R do? Engine roster. One active, one derailed. Okay, good. Equipment can derail when going too fast for the track, or when colliding with other equipment, or a track bumper. This damages the equipment, and for engines can cause them to be unusable. Till repaired, damaged freight can result in reduced payment for delivery. We'll need to use our engine to rescue the wreck. Use the map or overhead view to plan your route. Move your engine close to the wreck. Yep. Okay, so the only way in is right here. So we will leave this switch where it's at for the time being. All right, brake release. So we want to reverse. And there's only one way in. Oh, I suppose I could, huh? Come on, get on it. Oh, for crying out loud. Stop. Oops.
So, you know, you shouldn't try and get on a moving train.
I know, right? I thought I could. All right, so let's switch our track so that we're going left. Very good. And we are still switched properly for up there, so going forward. And thought there was a follow. There we go. That's what we want. So we'll be manually switching this switch. And we'll slow down. And we'll switch directions. This one is already switched properly. This is so fun. I like trains. All right, let's slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit more. Slow down a lot more. Right about there. And we just want to make sure we're at least 3 miles. Well, we can do it at 4. 3 to 5 miles an hour. Okay. Close to the wreck, we did change to first person with 1. Yep, now. Derailed engine and tender. Yep, here's the tender. Okay, so for each, hover your mouse over and press Shift R. Repair until the wheels are fully back on the track or rails, and that one is, and that one is. Boy, I didn't have to do much. Shift R did the whole 9 yards. Re-rail the engine, re-rail the... Okay, well, it's not showing. Shift R. Oh, I'm number 2. Duh. I knew that. Okie dokie. He-Man. Yay. If the engine still had cold water, it might be able to limp home. Since it doesn't, we'll need to rescue it. All right, couple them up. They are coupled. They are coupled. Make sure you keep your speed below. Couple your engine and tender to the wreck. Yep. Can't connect the lines. Yep, did it all by myself. How about that? How come I can't connect up the... That's closed. Hang on. Bleed it. How come I can't couple the glad hands? There's also no mouse hint. It looks coupled. There's also no left and right mouse click hint. That's coupled and locked in. Yeah. It's not coupled. Now it seems coupled. I still can't glad hand it. No, it's not coupled. It's not coupling for some reason. I just saw that. See, it looks... See, now you get an open the coupler. Now it's coupled. Jeez. I don't know why that was so picky. But anyway. All right, so now we're going to put it in the shed. Old tech, yeah. Old tech. All right, so all the way out to the main line, we're using the second rail in the shed. So we're definitely going to be using this one. Nope, actually we're using the first one. It looked like the second one. So that will stay. That will stay. That will stay. That will stay. This one needs to be switched in order to get out on this line, and that will stay. All right. Ready to go. No computers, I know, right? Well, I love this. I love the old stuff. Oh. There we go. There's Rocket.
Climbing on board a moving vehicle.
I know, right? Very bad practice, I know. Unsafe. OSHA doesn't mind. OSHA's not been invented yet. Noted. Oh, why are we slowing down? Are we going uphill? Is that why we're slowing down? We're going uphill with a wreck. Hey, Mr. Dogla. I'm feeling railroaded. Uh-oh. That was a close call. That's good enough. Oh, hang on. Let's make sure we switched it. Going straight back. There we go. Are there still diesel locomotives? Play Man and Lords and figured out trading. Yay! Most engines these days are diesel electric. I don't know if they're strictly diesel left in the world, but I'm sure there probably is. Some rail yards might just use diesel instead of diesel electric just for the, oh, in the game. They're all diesel in the game. No, they're all coal. Diesel fuel is in the game, but it's an... Oh, that scared the crap out of me. It's an unlock. Open, open, going straight in. Yeah, so fuel, or diesel fuel, is an unlock in the game. I don't think you can start with it, but there is a sandbox mode, so yeah, you can do that. In sandbox mode, everything's unlocked, so... But not as far as normal train progression. You have to use regular and then unlock diesel. Guess we're going uphill a little bit, hey? 5 is still not bad. So I guess we want to just push it far enough in the repair shed so both the tender and the engine are in. Just so that they're both out of the rain. Okie doke. Right. All right. Uncoupled. All good. Now that it's on a repair track, the shop crew will start working on immediately. We're going to have to stop right there, though, because we're at the end of the stream. So we're going to have to save and quit. What's our preferences? Do we have an auto save? No. Okay. So we have a manual and an auto save in here now. So there we go. That was fun.
That is cool.
I think this could be a really awesome, I mean, getting me started on trains. Doing the train thing. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get our clock reset. That takes care of Waffle Wednesday. As everybody else fast approaches Taco Tuesday. I'm well trained. Thanks, Zombie. So there's Meat Pie Monday, Taco Tuesday, Waffles Wednesday, Thimbleberry Thursday, French Toast Friday, Seafood Saturday, and Sushi Sunday. All the food days of the week. Let's get over to our proper scene there. Thanks everybody for coming by today.
Jump off voice and get ready for the raid. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you very much for the support as well. And if you guys haven't checked out Bandit Stream, be sure to check her out. Here are the raiding tools as we get ready to do a raid. Ugh. Subscribers get the high hype, and non-subscribers get the Tomb Raider pickaxe. and such. Let's see who we're gonna hunt down for raid. Who's doing what? So Dragon's playing some Eden Crafters. Hannah's playing Repo. I haven't seen that game. And Zania's playing State of Decay 2. Oh, I haven't seen that yet either. I saw the original. G-Man is in the stream just doing behind the scenes work, so there's nothing really to see there. Wild Allen's on playing some Valheim, but he doesn't allow raids, so we can't raid Wild Allen. You're welcome, Bandit. Wally's playing some Planet Crafter. I reckon that's what we'll do. We'll go watch Wally doing some Planet Crafter, see how he's progressing. All right, then. What a great way to wrap up a hump day. 50% off. Ooh. I'm not big on... that's first-person shooter and fight off the enemy type thing, isn't it? As well as construction, base construction and all that. Is that right, Zombie? Kind of third person? Yeah. I don't mind that a little bit. I mean, Star Rupture's kind of like that. It's kind of... I like it, but it's just... there's a certain amount of annoyance with the interruption of... Let's put it this way. Me being ADHD... and very possibly ASD, because that ASD was not around when I was a child and diagnosed. Yeah, in Satisfactory, you know, you can put them on passive. If I could do that, that would be great. But it interrupts my brain's processing the flow of exploration and construction. You know what I mean? Yeah, kind of old style graphics. Yep, that's right, Hunter. Oh, you can do passive on Valheim? I might could do that. If because that would make it very similar to Satisfactory. I'll check that. Is there a demo of Valheim by chance? No demo. And you do need to fight them to get stuff. Oh, man. Right. Boy, you can see how cloudy it is out there. Holy smokes. It looked like it was going to rain there for the longest time. Oh, it's doing that. That's where that's coming from. OBS. No factory only, mostly building and farming and exploring. Well, factory, building, that's what I mean. So you've got like a base. You got a base where you've got a forge or storage or crafting tables and stuff like that. And exploring. But if you have to kill creatures to progress, right, there's no automation, but you still have to build machinery to craft and construct, forge smelters, I guess, stuff like that. Doing it all by hand, obviously. Oh, let's do snooze the ads. Let's do snooze the ads. Got too close to the, oh my God, I got an appointment coming up at the top of the hour too. All right, so. Yes, and mining, that's right. All right, hang on a second. Let me get the raid restarted. There we go. All right, we'll take a look at that later. We got time to take a look at that. All that cloud out there. There's a little bit of rain out over the coast. So that's only about 30 clicks away for that front right there. Otherwise, only a little bit to our northwest going away from us. So it says the wind is out of the south. So this stuff is probably pushing away from us. But anyway, yeah, that takes care of our hump day. I hope you guys enjoyed the worst stream on the internet. I know I didn't. But yeah, we'll see what kind of damage we can cause tomorrow. Thanks everybody that came by. Thanks for Zombies Redeem. I got fired, and rightfully so. Bandit reached 130 stream streak today. And of course, thank you for the redeem for first in stream. And on the next, and of course, thanks for Hunter, one of our not one of, he is the biggest supporters, but one of a great number of supporters in the stream. I really appreciate it. Zombie hits 185 stream streak. Huge. Zombie's been here since birth. So thank you very much, everybody that came by. On the next scene, which is this one coming up. There we are. Hang on a second. Wrong one. Uh-oh. This one, not that one. All right, then. Mr. Hunter, Mr. Zombie, Miss Bandit, Mr. Tug, Mr. Dovakin. Thank you all. Stand by for the raid, which is coming in just a few seconds. That takes care of our hump day. I'm the Rocker Wolf in the Rocker Wolf Studios, and we'll see you next time.